let's talk about settings real quick. Under the contact section, you can allow re-entry. This basically means once a contact books 2 calls, then you allow them to go through the sequence of events, for example, emails, SMS reminders, and so on and so forth, to receive those. If you turn this off, you only allow the contact to join this particular workflow once. Next up is to allow multiple opportunities. This basically means you allow the contact with several opportunities to join the workflow as separate executions, okay? So for each opportunity, the contact will have a distinct execution in this workflow. Even if allow re-entry is disabled, basically the action we talked about right here, multiple opportunities will still enter the workflow. Okay. Next up is stop on response. This means the workflow will basically stop once somebody replies to a message or to an email that's been sent from this particular workflow. For example, they've booked a call and they reply to, yes, I have booked. Then the follow-up sequence can stop because you don't want to keep bothering your customer or your prospect with rebooking a call if they already have done so. Then down here under communications, you can select a time zone. This comes in handy if you use different actions like wait steps or time window executions that then will be based on the time zone. Next up is the time window. If you toggle this on, this specific time action allows you to only send out the workflow, let's say from Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. if you wish so. You can modify the days right here. If you don't care, you can just turn it off. Then down here, you can select the phone number from which the SMS will be sent. You can click the drop-down menu here. If you have several phone numbers already, you select the one that works best for you for this particular workflow. This comes in really handy if you know where your audience is based. Let's say your workflow is targeted towards customers in the US, then I would suggest you select an American phone number. If your audience is based in the UK, for example, then just go ahead and select the UK number. And lastly, the conversations down here, you can toggle this on and mark all the conversations as read. If you don't toggle this on, all of these conversations that you send out via the workflow will show up as unread under the conversations tab. So let's toggle this on. Let's move over to enrollment history. Here, basically, you can filter by date and you can see who enrolled into your workflow. You can filter by events as well. Has this been executed? Has this been finished? When has this person been added to the workflow? And so on and so forth. Then here under select contact, you can filter by contact as well. So you can type your contact that you're looking for. You can select that contact and then all the enrollment history will show for this particular contact. And next up, under execution logs, you'll be able to see all the actions that have happened as well as errors. We will get back to this section later on once we've tested the workflow and we have actual access to numbers. Now, there are 2 ways how you could test the workflow. Either you click test workflow top right corner, or you would actually test the workflow by booking a real appointment through this particular calendar. Now, let's do that real quick and let's book an appointment via this particular calendar. Now, here we are at the calendar, which you could place on your website somewhere or even send the individual link to your potential customer. Now they can go ahead and just select a suitable time and then schedule a meeting. Now let's go back to the workflow. Make sure to refresh this page and then we can go to enrollment history at the top right here. And here you can see the contact has been added to the enrollment history because we just booked a call via that calendar. You can see the current status set to finished because the contact has gone through all of these stages. The contact basically has received a tag, has been added to the pipeline, has received the email, and has received an SMS as well. Under execution logs, you can see all of these different steps that happened. Contact got added to the workflow, the system added the tag, the system updated the opportunity pipeline, the system sent the email, the system sent the SMS, and then the contact has been removed from the workflow. Now remember, at the top here, you can also filter by status. So if you're looking for any errors, for example, you could just select error right here, and it would show you all the errors that are happening inside of your workflow so that you could go ahead and go and adjust those. In this particular case, no error happening, which is really good. All right, this was a quick explanation on how the workflows work. Remember, click the plus create workflow button here and then select from a template or start from scratch. All right, thank you for watching.